Hey guys, Chris from Oxblood. I was in the shop and I was looking around at some of the things that I had picked up in the last few months, um, and I was thinking, I wonder how many guys out there are right where I'm at and getting into knife making, and are looking for some tips and some insight into things that are useful. So I thought I'd share some of the things that have been helping me a lot. So yeah, let's look around the shop. It's really dirty, but it's cleaner than it usually is. So I'll show you guys some of the things that I've picked up. Um, Drill press. You don't need a big one like this. I had a chance to get a big one. Bolting it to the floor is definitely on the list of things to do, because it will wobble. I mean, it's stable. I mean, I can throw a foot on it and it stays put pretty well. But a little one like this is definitely fine. I used that for a long time. I picked up the Wilmot grinder last year, and I've been getting great use out of this thing. I do an unreal amount of material ruining on this thing. I'm still learning, but I've made so much dust with this thing, and it's a tank. It's just a tank, and they're great guys to work with. I can't imagine trying to grind without variable speed. This thing has just been sweet to work with. I'm really, really lucky that I had a chance to get one of these. So if you're out there and you're thinking about buying a grinder, check out Wilmot Grinders. It's a couple guys in North Carolina, I think, that are doing it, and they're just really cool. This thing's not focusing, but also my wife picked this up for me. This is the Little Machine Shop high torque mini mill, and this thing is awesome too. I worked with a Bridgeport mill for a long time, and I really would love to have one of those, but I just don't have the space and I don't have the money. But this thing I looked into, and I don't know how she was able to get it for me, but she threw down the cash. It's about $1,300 with the tooling package and all that. And I'm loving it so far. This thing is awesome. They're a great bunch of people, super nice. I know that's not really on the new knife makers kind of list of equipment, but you can do a lot of stuff with this. I'm planning on doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to eventually get into folders, and this is going to become really indispensable. One of the other things that I got that I was really, really happy with, because cutting blanks was a huge pain with an angle grinder, is I picked up just this portaband and I got this table from a company called Swag. They make off-road equipment, and like Jeeps and 4x4s, and the people that make their own mods. But they make this table just for this saw. And it's this one right here, if we can focus. Yeah. But great saw. Pick up a foot pedal, definitely. It makes it so much easier. And cutting blanks has been a ton easier. This thing hogs through material like a boss. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so, and the table cost me $100. I could have made one, but honestly, I couldn't have made a better one. When time is money, and I couldn't expect to make a better product on my own. I could have cobbled something together, but I like having stuff that's professionally made. I mean, this thing there's not enough sharp edges. It's thick it's like a 1/4 inch on the table and 1/8 inch on the legs. It's a heavy table, so really totally well worth $100. And again, really cool guys. Check out Swag Off Road, because they have some other cool stuff too for the the home fabricator. Even heat kiln. I got I think it's a 24. Yeah, and I didn't just pick all this stuff up, guys. I've been trying to get into knife making for a couple of years, piecing a shop together, and I've just recently, in the last year, been able to move all this stuff in here. and it was, it's winter in Michigan, so like I couldn't really work out here. It was about 10 degrees most of the winter, and I'd be out here like, shivering, trying not to mess up blades, But this thing is awesome. I've done a few things in here. I think you guys saw this in the last video I did when I was heat treating stuff. I'm still getting to learn how to use this. As the Ramp Master, you get a lot more control. These are actually made in Michigan, kind of in the thumb area of Michigan. But yeah, small shop. I like working with small manufacturers like that, especially when they're American made. Like let's see, like the High Torque Mini Mill. These guys at LMS, they're small shop. I got this compressor. If you guys haven't heard of California Air Tools, a little shop in California, and they make tools. They make air tools. So if you're buying equipment, look around at some of the small shops. I mean, you're going to get a better warranty. You're going to get to talk to real people. I know how sucky it is when you're buying a piece of equipment that costs a few $100s or maybe even $1,000 or whatever, and something isn't right. And you have to make a call, and you have to play phone tag and email tag, and nobody gives a shit, and it's frustrating. So working with small companies, I've really had a lot of fun talking, like meeting new people, and talking to people, and that really care. I got a plasma cutter. It was a kind of a cheap Lodos one. I had to do a little work on it to make it right. As soon as I got it, the trigger system on it fell off because it was like a tiny piece of plastic. So that's the kind of quality you get when you buy stuff from, Amazon or Harbor Freight or anything like that. Like got the little Harbor Freight welder that it works well enough, but not ideal, But a lot of us can't afford to go out and buy a Miller welder or a setup like that. Oh yeah, little things like a tray like this. Let's see, focus here. All right, a tray like that for folding knives and for like handle pieces and all that. It has become really, really useful. I took for granted how useful it'd be. I bought it on a whim, thinking I might need it, but really, like if I'm working on 4 or 5 different things, especially like the little folders that I'm trying to do, there's a lot of pieces that they will get scattered, and in a shop like mine, they'll get lost like so quickly. And this thing has just kind of helped keep everything, everything where it should be. And, like all the parts for this knife are in this thing. From the springs to the hardware to the blade to whatever. Same thing with this one, like I think there's a couple different ones in there, but for a guy like me who works on 4 or 5 different things and loses stuff in the process and just gets frustrated, things like that are great. Definitely get yourself an angle cube if you're trying to learn how to do flat grinds with any kind of consistency. They make that thing, Fred makes something called a bubble jig, and that's cool, but I had a chance to get one of those and it got some good use out of it. Definitely get yourself a pair of calipers. You'll be glad you did. Yeah, like I'm still getting a bunch of stuff all the time because, this is a file guide made by Bruce Bump and his family. Carbide inserts, so I can actually use it on the grinder without worrying about just destroying this thing. His son-in-law kind of took over the manufacturing of these. His name's Benton, and he was a cool guy, really easy to work with. And this thing is a really, really well-made piece of tooling. I'm really happy with it. My plunges have become a lot tighter. And I imagine I won't use it forever, but who knows? The thing's really, it's a good tool. And, for a guy like me who's, still learning and trying to make a bunch of different kinds of knives and not really doing batches, so I'm not getting great at anything in a hurry. Things like that are really useful to me. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and keep your eyes out for new knives coming out. I'm in the process of designing a bunch of stuff and making some of them. I look forward to getting feedback on some of this stuff. Any ideas of things that I should get or questions anybody has, you know, ask away. You know, I'm happy to answer because I'm really excited about all this knife stuff. I have been for a while, and I'm really excited to get ramped up and actually start making some stuff. So thanks for watching again, and stay tuned, guys. See ya.